Hi guys, Mojo Reviews here, and today we're gonna take a look at Mafex Carnage. I hope you all are doing good. I hope you all are safe and healthy. I hope everybody made it to 2021, and a happy new year, and good luck with all your resolutions for the new year. Today we're gonna take a look at Mafex Carnage. I gotta say, I waited a long time for this guy, and I'm happy he finally arrived. I know COVID pushes everything back. It's okay. It's not okay, but you know what I mean. We got no choice, so we just gotta accept the way things are right now. I hope everything turns back as soon as possible. But yeah, let's take a look at this figure. At first, let's take a look at the box art at first. I gotta say, I really like the side panel with the comic. Killing is what I do. Carnage is one of my favorite villains from the Marvel universe, and from the DC universe it probably has to be Joker. And I really want to make a symbiote Joker as soon as I got the Mafex Joker that will be released this year in March, I thought, but it probably will be May or something. Everything will be pushed back, so yeah, we just gotta accept the way things are right now. But let's take a look at the box art of this guy. I gotta say, they really did a good job. I really like the comic pages that we can see. I like the way everything is filled in the box itself. He comes with a lot of accessories. I like the head sculpts. People complaining about the mouth being too white because too much pink is showing, but in the comics, when you look at his head on the side, especially the old school comics, it was filled in pink, so I understand why Mafex did it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have a problem with it, because it still looks pretty dope. And if I really got a problem with it, I'm just gonna clone the head and scroll and open the mouth and fix it myself. So yeah, so let's get this guy out of the box. Here he is out of the package, and I gotta say, I really like this Carnage. What I had to do is I fixed the black lines on the knee parts and on the elbows, so everything continued smooth. And also what I did was make sure the joints wouldn't break. If you go to my Instagram, I'll explain what I did for that. I got some silicone spray between the legs, and after that I heated up, and I did that twice, and after that everything was smooth, no problems at all. First thing, what it was, the packages is cold, it's not good for the plastic, shipping is long on the way, but once you get your figure, make sure everything is clean, and make sure it just won't break, because what it is with the Mafex figures, it takes long before they get here, but once you got them, they look great. But what you don't want to do is, you don't want to break your expensive new figure. So what you want to do is save the figure as best as you can, and what you want to do is the silicone spray, heat it up, move your stuff, and that's it. Make sure your figure don't break. So yeah, here he is, all posed up. And what it is with this figure, it doesn't even matter how you pose him up, because he will look good either way. I really like the sculpt, articulation, everything is great. It's just like the Mafex Spider-Man, the comic Spider-Man, and that's probably one of my favorite Mafex Spider-Man figures, because it's just the classic Spidey. Everything works, the sculpt, everything, it just looks great. Especially when you have the PS4 head sculpt on, it's just perfect. And next to the Venom, I actually prefer this one over the Venom. Why? Because the Venom, he looks a little bit short next to the Spidey, but when you pose him up in fighting poses and stuff, it actually looks great. And what it is with the Venom is just like the classic Venom, which is really dope, but some people like the monster Venom. Yeah, that's just not the Mafex one. Maybe they will do it later. If you look at the line right now, they have like, how many? 6 Batman figures already. Maybe 2 are released. two versions, but there's more coming. So maybe we get more variations of the Venom and more variations of the Carnage. Who knows? Not sure what Mafex will do, but they can go all routes with it. But yeah, this figure comes with a lot of accessories, and I really dig it. I didn't expect this much, to be honest, but it all looks great. It all moves good, and the detail and the sculpt on it, all the black parts, they painted it perfectly black. They didn't go over the lines and stuff. I will show you guys later, but let's go over the figure first. And this is probably one of my favorite weapon that he has, and that's his axe, his famous Carnage axe. And I gotta say, they did a phenomenal job on it. Just look at that, man. Perfect, just straight out of the comics. So yeah, let's remove this hand so you can see what I mean. Everything's still tight, so just like that. He comes with tendrils, so this is one of them. I actually put two on him because it just looks dope. You can put it on his hand like that, so everything will come true. Looks dope. So let's put that aside. And here's the Carnage figure. Really nice sculpt, everything. So let's take a look at the axe, which looks really nice. Let's move the figure around. So yeah, here he is. Let's focus on that. So yeah, there he is. Just look at it. It's really nice. It's pointy. So yeah, dope sculpt. Really nice paint. They did a good job on it. Really like the accessories on this guy. They went all out. People complain about this piece, the mount, being open and that it looks weird. To be honest, once you have it in hand, and it actually doesn't look that weird at all. But you know, people, if they find something to complain about, they will complain about it. And I understand why Mafex did it, because they just don't want to break up the sculpt, because the head sculpt is really nice, and it really resembles the Carnage from back in the day, the good old Todd McFarlane and the 90s, especially the 90s Carnage look. And I'm a big fan of the old school comics, the old classic look of the figures, and especially of the bad guys, you know. I like Carnage a lot. Cletus Cassidy, him and Joker are probably one of my favorite villains, because they just don't give a shit, right? Sorry for my language. They just don't care who get hurt or whatever. They just kill and destruction and stuff. If you wanna read a good Carnage comic that's out right now, just go pick up Maximum Carnage, the whole series. It's pretty dope. But yeah, people complain about the head sculpt, but once you have him in front of you like this, it looks really dope. Just look at it, and look at the side of the eyes. The sculpt that they did on it is just really sick, and he has a lot of articulation in it, so a lot of movement. I just like it. What I might do is I clone this head and even open the mouth up, but I just really dig this sculpt with the eyes and stuff. But yeah, I understand why people complain about it. I mean, like Marvel Legends did it, so, and that's why not an expensive company. But I understand why they didn't do it, because they're afraid it might get fragile and you buy an expensive figure and it breaks, and you don't want that. So I understand the company, but yeah, it just works and it looks dope. So for me, either way, but I gotta say this Carnage looks really nice. So if you want to pick it up. But let's go over the articulation real quick. Just look at this back movement, and he's easy to pop. Don't be afraid to, he won't break, especially after all the work I put in this guy. He won't break, and that's what I like. So he can do the matrix, he can go all the way front, really nice. He can come up. I had to fix the butterfly joints because they were tight as hell here between, so I fixed that. He has the same movement like the Peter Parker, just like I said, the Spider-Man Mafex figure, maybe even more. because he is just a little bit more bulky, but I just really like the way it looks, the sculpt, everything, especially the black lines. They kept it clean, they didn't went overboard. I just really like it. Just look at the back, just those black lines, just it's just sick. Just look at that, it's really nice. So yeah, that's for the arms. I will go over the hand parts because he has too much items. I want to go over them all at once. For the leg, it's drop down, can go up pretty much all the way. It's just like, look at that, it's pretty sick, right? Can go back. If you want to, you can push it to the side a little bit to force it. The underpants part is soft plastic, soft good, so don't worry about that. If you worry about it warping, just take the legs off, put something in between it so that it won't warp. But this guy don't even matter, because once you move the legs, it will move up, so that's no problem at all. As for the legs, double, so that's really nice, double knee joints, and the feet are articulated just like all the Mafex figure. He comes also with the magnetic parts, so that's really nice. And just let me show you guys, he can almost headbutt his own knee. It's just really sick. Can get him in real creepy poses, and that's something I really like with the Carnage figure, you know. You just want to get him in crazy poses, especially when he goes after Spidey or Venom. So yeah, that's dope. And he can crunch really low. I still have to get it out, but the magnetic feet, the magnetic hands, he has a couple open hands, some finger hands that are pointing, some grab hands, and the open hand. And the open hand's the one that I had on him. Yeah, oh, there it goes. But yeah, real nice open hands and stuff. So let's move this aside. He comes with the tendrils, which looks really dope effects. He has some kind of webbing, so he can he and Venom have those black webbing, so that come out of his hands. But with Carnage, it comes out of his fingertips, out of his hands, it doesn't matter. Carnage is like OP with that stuff. So yeah, there it goes. One of my favorite items. Really like this one. I'm just gonna grab all this, so let's go over this. This head sculpt looks really dope. Probably gonna mold this, recast it, and repaint it so it looks like the Maximum Carnage. Put the eye logo on top of it, so you have the Maximum Carnage head sculpt. So I'm gonna fix that. Let's put that aside. Then you have the comic Cletus Cassidy head, but maybe this will work so you can see what I mean. The tendril fingers, like he's piercing stuff. Same with this, the killing ones. He has like almost sword like. There goes everything. Either way, fuck it. So he has the hammer, which looks pretty dope. The hammer and the saw, the sai, is just, these two is just perfect. So let's go to the comic head sculpt of Cletus Cassidy. Let's focus on that. It looks really nice. Let's put it on the figure real quick. Here he is with the head sculpt on his body, and just look at that psychoness in his eyes. I really like it. He's here with the PS4 head sculpt on the Mafex body. But yeah, just look at that head sculpt, man. It's really nice on his body. All the detail, everything. Let's focus a little bit more on it. Just look at that. The sick psycho ass. I really like it. Yes, Cletus Cassidy, alright. Really dope, really nice. And here they're next to each other, Mafex Venom and Mafex Carnage. As you can see, Mafex has more muscles on that frame than Carnage. The head looks a little bit weird because you can't see his neck, so he's all the way pumped up. But next to this Carnage, I gotta say, they really look dope together. Yes, this fits really nice. So let's put them back to back so you can see the size difference. As you can see, it's just a little bit. If you put Carnage straight and put Venom's head straight, it's not that much, but he's taller than Carnage. And yeah, let's stand them like this. As you can see, it's just a little tiny bit taller, but yeah, I think it still works out, especially when you look at the old school comics. Back in the day, Venom wasn't that big of a monster guy. He was just a guy in a suit, and he was hella buff, and he kept pumping the iron. So yeah, but yeah, this looks actually really good. And here he is next to my favorite Mafex Spideys, the Homecoming suit 1.5 and the comic Mafex suit with the PS4 head sculpt. It just looks so dope together. So yeah, for size comparison, the Carnage and Spidey, they actually scale up really nice. Carnage isn't really much buffer and taller than him, just a little bit, and I think this looks really good. It works out really nice. And here he is next to my mini Hot Toys Venom, and next to my MCU black suit Spider-Man. Custom, both are customs. So yeah guys, that was the review of the Mafex Carnage. I hope you guys like it. Like, subscribe, share. Hope you guys are all doing good. Stay safe. Look after your family. Job bless. Thanks for watching. Later guys.